Hello, welcome to, I don't know, what did I call this at one point in EnviroPlays? I don't know. Man, I don't even know what my own persona is anymore. At any rate, we're going to clean off the invisible boatmobile, and I'm willing to bet a non-zero amount of dollars that this one's going to be a pain in the butt, because as you wash it off, it's just going to become invisible. Although maybe that'll make it easier. Now that I think about it, that could just end up making it easier. I guess we're going to find out. Why is it in Jellyfish Fields? Strange choice. Oh yeah, this is... Oh man, this is gonna be insane. Sandy Cheeks was right. We gave chase to the dirty bubble, hightailing it away from the paddy wagon with a big, filthy grin on his face. This just felt like Barnacle Boy is pretty much just Squidward. As if he could have any other kind of grin. Like old Squidward. Gosh, I can't decide if this is gonna be easy or not. Just... It's a clever idea. I do appreciate the ingenuity behind the concept here of it just like becoming transparent as you make progress. I do think that's kind of silly and fun. So, you know, we'll give him that credit. But yeah, see, like this type of situation here where I'm trying to get this propeller. Oh boy, this is going to be something to try and get. It's already absurd. How is there more to the propeller that I haven't gotten? What on earth? Oh, because it counts that as part of the propeller. Got it. Okay. Let's just get this back panel. Yeah, and see, like, trying to figure out how to... Whether or not I've gotten the back panel here. Because the propeller's in the way and everything. Like, these situations, like, trying to get the lights. This is going to be absolutely maddening. Shoot, close to the stupid propeller. Gosh, cotton flabbing. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna get this. I feel like actually getting all of these areas is gonna be, like, first is gonna be helpful, because then like all the complicated stuff can be done, and we can just kind of get the hulls of the boat. Hi, Kitty. Kitty has come to join us. She's probably mildly upset that I am doing anything other than giving her attention. She's been extremely needy the past week or so. Which on the one hand is adorable because she's my sweet baby kitty. But on the other hand, it's maddening because cats are very persistent and very good at being in the type of in the way that doesn't, like, typically speaking, warrant or necessitate, you know, putting her in the other room or anything. But does definitely warrant feeling at least mildly annoyed with their presence. Cats are really good at that. And anyone who's all like, oh, but cats are perfect, I never get annoyed with them, has clearly not actually spent significant amount of time with a cat, or at least not my cat. Because she knows. She knows what she's doing. She's sitting there right now staring at me. We've spotted him, bobbing evilly north. Oh, wait, no, that was Mermaid Man. You gotta sound more like this. For Mermaid Man, I think. I don't know, though. Like I say, I'm not... I'm not as well versed in their voices. Wait a minute. Do you realize what's north of here? That's definitely not a mermaid man. Or yeah, Mermaid Man, that's what it is. It's not Merman, it's Mermaid Man. I have no sense of direction. Just kind of trying to do like a panicked old guy voice because that's the only voice that he really ever has. See, it's like all of this stuff. It's like, how on earth am I ever going to know if I've gotten all of these weird crevices properly? Right? Because it's like, if it's under the dash or anything. Barnacle Boy says that due north is the Goo Lagoon. Are we going to have to, like, clean off the Goo Lagoon? It's going to be weird and awkward if we are. Okay, I think we're... See, it's like from here, it looks like I got it. But I don't care who's do what. If the dirty bubble makes it that far, we can all kiss goodbye to at least 7 colors of the rainbow. I don't know, man. This goo is turning into lots of different colors. But then again, also, wait, hold on. Isn't a conventional rainbow only 7 colors? Right? When you do like the subdivided rainbow. I mean, I guess like a real rainbow would be the all like the 7 colors that we say it is. And then, you know, whatever additional things, whatever additional colors like make up the gradient. So like an infinite number of colors? I don't know. I guess I don't know the nature of infinity when it comes to the color spectrum. What I do know about the color spectrum and rainbows is that as a kid, I was always outrageously confused by the concept of indigo and violet being separate. Because, and it wasn't, like, it makes more sense now that I'm an adult and recognize that I'm, you know, colorblind. Because as a child, they looked literally the same to me. They looked literally identical. The indigo and violet. And so, like, because to me, they were just all purple. And so I was like, why does purple get 2 representatives? Like, why not 2 blues? Why not navy and sky blue? And like, you know, obviously one is because it's not like it's really human decided what a rainbow looks like. The rainbow is just kind of doing what it's gonna do. But the other thing of it too is because likely they are much more distinct colors than what I see, because I've got wonderfully broken eyes, and that's, you know, a fun little fact about me that comes up in many scenarios. It's funny, like it's the type of fact about me that is largely inconsequential to me in my life. Like, because it doesn't really impact me and my ability to get on with life all that much. My gosh. See, like this one, getting that last handle. How on earth? How on earth am I supposed to figure this out? Oh my god. Okay, I got it. Okay, well, wonderful. What an absurd situation this was. Alright. I think we've only got one more left. Oh my goodness. This immediately looks like it's going to be a real pain in the butt to get the Murmelair. Welcome, friend, welcome to the elusive prison of Vengor. No, wait, I mean the Murmelair. I live here, don't I? And guess what? That dirty, dirty bubble has struck again. This time within our very walls. Don't ask me how, but he escaped, ran around, dirtied up the place before, quick as night, sneaking back into his impregnable hold, from which escape is impossible. And look what he's done to the place. He's made the whole 9 yards look like it's festering nest of negligence, and for what revenge? I'd like to see him try. Do something, kid, before we descend into a pit of self-loathing and crime in Bikini Bottom spirals out of control. And don't forget those nooks and crannies. Crime flourishes where angelfish fear to dredge. I'm disappointed that they didn't include a line of him just screeching the word evil. Because I do remember that seems to be a signature thing. Holy God. Okay. Okay. We don't need to worry about the walls. Okay. This doesn't look like the work of the dirty bubble to me. Oh, wow. Okay, that's dirty. Looks more like years of persistent dirt and inefficient cleaning techniques. Alright. We're gonna just, like, have to be very diligent about this area. Like, see, this is where... Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna, like, attribute color blindness to the difficulties I'm gonna have in this one. Whoops. Because, I mean, just look at the way this is designed. There's all kinds of, as they say, nooks and crannies. Kitty, you are Yeah, she's on my lap right now, and she's like pacing, doing circles, and like bumping my hand. She's being very demanding. She's being very demanding right now, which really comes as no surprise. It's sort of been her MO lately. But also, it's like goodness. Goodness. Oh, trying to get that top part there. Yeah, and see, it's like, I'm hoping that the grime is visually distinct enough on everything that I can easily just kind of spot it like this. Whoops. Mermaid Man and his weird little pasties that go over top of his shirt. For an interesting design choice. I feel like those types of little design choices are kind of the evidence of the fact that SpongeBob was originally meant to be a more adult show. I feel like those are just like little fun tidbits of design that are there to sort of there as like a remnant or maybe a callback to what the show was originally intended to be. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. What's up, kitty? I know, I'm not paying 100% attention to you. I'm sorry, my dear. I say very demanding. Just like sitting here like, excuse me. Excuse me, I don't know if you realize this, excuse me, but I'm right here. And I want attention, and you're not paying attention to me. I don't know if you understand that. It's an easy mistake to make. Most humans make that mistake. And they spend, you know, any amount of their life not petting me or any or other cats. And so it's a common mistake. I'm willing to give you a bit of a break on it, but also I'm here, and that means that you really should be paying attention to me pretty exclusively. So my interpretation of my cat right now. Good lord. Are all of these going to be like their own separate thing? 100% they are. Alright, we're going to start off by getting like the bulk of the grime off here, and then we'll go through and get each individual one, because with all the grime on it, I can't even tell what's what. Cannot even tell what's what. This here. I'm guessing that also means, yeah, there's going to be this side as well. I have the side here. Wall of superhero gadgetry. Now, are they going to do that? Look at the weird hitbox on this. I can just like walk up the wall. Boy, oh boy, I really am a superhero. Okay, well, just try and handle all of these things one at a time. Oh. What's up, kitty? I know, sweetheart. What are they calling this one? The Bubble Wand of Doom. I see. Okay, that's what that is, huh? Okay. No further comment. No further comment. Some of these gadgets, well, I guess I can't really say no further comment and then continue to comment on it, but let me just say this. Some of these gadgets look like they would have utility, not for crime fighting. In fact, they look like things that certain people of certain walks of life might enjoy them in certain ways. Again, no further comment. I'll let you interpret what you will out of my sort of interpretation of that. Maybe I'm the one who's messed up. But like, look at that. I mean, come on, man. Like, okay, yeah, and they're just called the balls of steel. So, okay, that's, you know what? That was a choice that was made. They definitely took that approach and wrote and titled those things like that. And now here we are. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue on as if life is normal, because I don't know what else I would do in a situation like this. The radar boot. The radar boot seems pretty straightforward, right? That one seems pretty straightforward. What's this one? The special blender, huh? I don't really even know where to begin unpacking this one. Special blender. Like, what makes it special is it the things that you blend with it that are special? Is it just like a one-of-a-kind blender? I mean, I guess that probably is a given, but you know what I mean? It's like it begs... I'm not going to say it begs the question. I'm going to say it begs a lot of questions. That one does. Osmic Ray, that seems pretty straightforward. That one, although I will say that one looks like those little... It looks like a toy ray gun that I would have played with as a kid. You know, like in the 90s or the very early 2000s. Like, that's the aesthetic that I'm getting from that, which would actually make sense because that was about the time that SpongeBob came out. So, okay, yeah, that tracks. Understand now. Got that. Wait, what was that one? The Crustaceous Hammer. Oh no. That just sounds violent. The hammer explicitly for crustaceans, of which there are many in Bikini Bottom. The very specific weapon of murderous intent. Am I doing this one? Oh, the Ultra Grinder 3000, huh? Probably a handful of guys that are into that one. No further comment. Here we go. I think I want to need the ladder for the rest of this. This one? Oh, just the disguise. I do like that they didn't... You know, it's just disguise. That's all it is. It's the disguise. See, I'm wondering actually if I really do need the ladder. I guess for some of those things, getting from the top angle, I probably will. I kind of want to just get as much of this without going up there as I can. Just because I think the angle is going to be easier this way. What on earth? Oh, I don't know what the full deal is, but the apartment next door, there's been a lot of noise coming from it. It sounds like they're renovating it. Apartment right next to mine. I don't really know what the deal is. And part of me wants to, you know, go full nosy neighbor and like stand out in the hall or find an excuse to go out in the hall and figure out what's going on. But another part of me recognizes that I hate those kind of people and I don't want to be them. So I'm stuck here just wondering. Wait, hold on. What was this one that we got? The Tartar gun. Classic. Utility belt for womboing things. We all know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that's what it's for. I mean, I guess you could use it for miniing things, but let's be real here. Real money's in womboing. Oh, is it just bra? Yeah, the shell bra. Okay, there we go. Good. I'm glad that's a gadget. Although I guess it kind of makes sense. Bras are kind of a gadget when you think about it. Like they're a unique device for used for specific purposes. Which, if that doesn't describe a gadget, I don't really know what does. So you know. Moral of the story is all women are superheroes, and the bra is basically the female superhero version of a utility belt. Heard that one right here first, folks. That incredibly nuanced and forward-thinking take is mine and mine alone. No one else can take it. The radar capsule? Go. Sailor cap naturally. Oops. Oops. Or, yeah, I was going to say, is there anything inside of it? Yup. I was right, there was. The tickle belt. Oh my gosh, that's right, I remember the tickle belt. That's a classic. There we go. Okay, I think that was everything on the superhero wall of gadgetry. I think... Oh, wait, hold on. Did we get... Nah, I didn't get the oxygen tank. There we go. Okay, now I think that's everything. Yeah, okay. If I guess if I missed anything, it'll pop up soon enough. All right, let's grab anchor here. I don't want to have to go get the ladder just for this, but I'll probably have to. I think I'm going to have to. That's actually a much better placement for the ladder too. So I will give them credit there. That's the reason that I don't like using the ladder, is they have the tendency to put the optional ladder post spots in just like the least functional locations. And it drives me absolutely batty. See, already I'm kind of... There it is. There wasn't another one, was there? Another place to put it. Yeah, I can just like... Make sure I'm getting all of these angles just ever so correctly here. There we go. Got it. I don't want to just go around the perimeter and get all of these little goobery things like this. And then we can kind of go towards the center and work that way. I don't know that there's actually a reason to do it that way, but that's how I want to do it. So we're just going to go for it. Oh, man. I'm going to have all kinds of, like, tight angles and stuff that I need to nail to get everything. That works. There we go. Okay. You can tell when I'm just like, ugh, there's just a little more, and I don't want to have to deal with that. These fun little gadgets. Wall. Wall. Yes, that is a wall. And there's a thing on the wall to boot. Oh, the wall alarm. So does the wall, is it called the wall alarm strictly because it's an alarm on a wall? Or does it, like, alert us about the state of the walls? You know, because, like, when you think about, like, at school, right, you have the fire alarm, right? Is the fire alarm doesn't get put on the fire. The fire alarm signifies that there is a fire. So does the wall alarm just constantly go off because there are walls? Right? Like, I feel like precedent of how we name things would suggest that that's what the situation is, which is fine, but also maybe a little unneeded. I don't know. I guess I've never really known a reason to need to be alarmed when there are walls nearby, right? Like, that's a unique kind of situation, it seems. Like, needing to be alert. I should clarify. Needing to be alerted that there is indeed a wall. That doesn't feel like a conventional everyday thing that I would need, you know? It's gonna... One of the really crappy placements here. Not a fan of these types of ladder placements. Hopefully we'll be able to get enough. Oh geez, the pipes are their own separate things. Oh lordy. Oh my Lanta. This is going to take forever. Oh, got that one. Luckily, you can just kind of stand on things and shoot at your own feet for the most part. Definitely helps. Right, like, approach it from this angle or something? I don't know, man. What? Or is there? Come on, man. There we go. Now maybe I can, like, lay down up here. Just using every like, imaginable tool. Try and get this all cleaned up here. Right. What's left? Did I get the underside? I got the underside. So it would seem. There we go. Okay, I guess I got it. Hooray! I don't know what was different, but I did it. Oh, boy, man, there's a lot of unique individual things going on in here. I guess start with our electro... Oh, it's just an electrical device, huh? Not even going to give it anything else. Well, that's fine. Well, we'll clean off the electrical device. Although it does seem like it might be a poor decision to, use water on an electrical device. But you know what? I'm just hired to come here and clean stuff. It's not up to me what gets cleaned. It's only up to me that it gets cleaned, right? If they want me to clean this, then by God, I'll do it the only way I know how, which is to click my mouse button and pretend like I'm washing things. I know. Hi, Kitty. You are a very sweet girl. You're very needy today. Very needy girl. Sorry, I was petting my cat. She's very needy. She's a very needy little girl. She's my child. Because I will not have any other children. Lord willing. I do not have the patience for children. Like, I can handle, like, because I am a child, I can handle, like, playing with children when they're in good moods for a certain amount of time. But, like, I do not have the patience to be a parent or anything of that nature. Like, I do not have it in me to be that level of, like, always interested in whatever weird nonsense is going on in their lives. Like them needing to eat or, needing school supplies or just emotional support. Like, I just don't have it in me, man. I just don't have it in me. And some people might be all like, oh, well, it's kind of selfish to not want children. I'm like, it's kind of selfish to want children if you know you can't handle them, right? Because if you can't handle children and you still bring them into this world, then you're certainly not doing the child any favors. That's a 100% egotistical move right there. So boom, checkmate. That's why I'm better. I'm kidding. I don't actually think I'm better than people. In fact, I sometimes get annoyed with other child-free individuals who act like we're making the superior choice. There's not one choice that's better than the other. I mean, unless we're just talking about whether or not you, like, if there's two groups of people who can't afford to raise a child properly, and one of them doesn't have a child and one of them does, then maybe the having the children that you can't afford was the worst decision. But in a vacuum, just the should I have kids or should I not have kids, no morally superior ground. I don't care. Everyone likes to be like, oh, well, I can't bring any more kids into a world that has this much climate damage and stuff like that. That just sounds like justification and an excuse, like a made-up excuse to make yourself, seem like some sort of morally superior individual. It's all egotistical. If you want kids, have kids. If you don't want kids, don't have kids. And if you're of one frame of mind and you know people of the other frame of mind, but the other people in the other frame of mind enjoy their lives however they want to, be that with children or without children. That's simple. Honestly, it just really comes down to what my biggest philosophy in life is, which is live and let live. Like, let people do what they want to do. So long as it doesn't harm or interfere with me doing what I want to do, I could give a crap what anyone else does. And it baffles me that so many other people do care what other people do with their lives. Like, the number one reason why I tend to be pretty politically left-leaning is not because of any sort of particular virtues, and more so to do with the fact that I am so exhausted with caring about my own life, let alone what other people do in their lives. Like, I don't want to sit here and control who people marry or whether they have kids or not. I don't care. I so don't care. And the fact that other people care about that stuff baffles me. Like, how do you have energy to be that worked up and angry all the time? How can you stand it? This sounds miserable. Anyway, I'm sitting here playing Powerwasher Simulator. I gotta say, it's kind of fun. Sometimes it's fun to just sit here and, solve all the problems in the world while you're playing a video game. Let's do... I guess right there. It doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna get like up here a little bit better, and then we're just gonna climb up and largely be standing on top of the thing while we try and finish cleaning it. Because I do think that makes the most sense with the shape of this thing. We're gonna finish this one, and then we'll probably call it an episode there. We're getting right about to that 30-minute mark. And as we all know, that you don't really want to go much longer than that, because most people probably don't even have a half-hour attention span. I mean, I know for me, when I'm watching a show, if I see a show, like if I'm binging a show, even if it's always been Netflix only, right? It's just like when I see a show where individual episodes are longer than like, you know, your conventional network 25 minutes, I immediately start thinking like, oh gosh, is it even going to be worth it? Sounds like a lot of investment for me to sit down for, you know, 32 minutes. So I get it. I get it. Long form can be a pain. Although I'll also say I am a big movie fan. And I do love to sit down and watch a nice movie. One of my favorite movies being Cloud Atlas, and that son of a gun is like 3 hours long. But, you know, it's really weird actually how that is, because it's like when I'm at home watching a TV show, and it's like I guess where a lot of it stems from is like after a certain point, it's like don't call it a TV show, call it a movie series, right? Like if you're gonna do, you know, like the Sherlock thing and have like an hour or an hour and a half episodes on like a limited series that goes on for, you know, like 5 installments. It's not a limited series. Okay, you just made a series of 5 movies. It's a movie series. That's what it is. And it's fine. You don't have to be embarrassed about the fact that that's what you ended up creating. If that's what you want to create, then create that. You know, it's fine. In fact, I'm really glad that we have those types of formats. But don't sit here and try to act like, don't try to pass off your long multi-hour, your hour and a half episode, hour and a half long episode magnum opus of entertainment as a TV show. It's not a TV show at that point in time. Everyone knows we're talking about a movie at that point. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Everyone knows we're not talking about a movie at that point. Or not, we're not talking about a show, we're talking about a movie at that point. Don't insult me. Sorry, that was kind of a weird tangent. I don't really actually know what I'm mad about for that one. It's the ultimate answer is if I'm not interested in it, I don't watch it. Very, very good example of an opportunity to do exactly what I was preaching immediately before this conversation, which is live and let live. And I can just like live my life by not enjoying those things. I feel so erratic trying to clean this off, but the angles are so freaking impossible to get this. Like there's not a good way for me to be standing and have a good angle to get a bunch of this crap. There we go. Okay, good. We got one of them. I think they actually have, like, device terms here. Electrical device bushing. It's like, that's kind of neat. It's not helpful because I don't know the context for any of that stuff, and I'm not an electrician, but, you know, neat, I guess. My plan had been to finish this one and then call it an episode, but good lord, at this rate, we're going to have to spill this one into the next episode. Except I'm not going to do that because there's really no reason that I have to do that, and it just makes more sense conceptually to finish this one. I'll just have to become what I hate and be someone who can't decide what type of entertainment he's making, and therefore has all kinds of weird, wonky episode lengths going on here. I'm a monster. Become that which I hate. Like that more bushing. Yeah, see, it's like this one. Like, what on earth am I supposed to do about the angles to get this thing clean? You know? I don't know what to do. Sarah. Every time I move, it sinks. Is that one track? People remember that video? Is that one? Is that one that's still relevant, or is that one where I'm kind of getting up there in years and remembering an era of YouTube that just really isn't present or even thought of anymore nowadays? YouTube's a weird time capsule type of situation for me, because I mean, I've been around for the entire lifetime of YouTube. I'm older than YouTube. And I remember YouTube, like, being the new thing that, like, we were all talking about in, like, high school at the time. Like, people were uploading random videos. I remember we uploaded a video of my buddy finishing a Rubik's Cube. Because, like, you know, we were in high school and we figured out, like, we could do that, and he was particularly quick at it. So it was like, you know, we uploaded a video of that. And it probably only got, like, 8 views because YouTube, it was in this weird time where, like, the space was so open that anyone could put anything on there and it might get exposure. But the flip side of it is the reason it was so open is because hardly anyone was using it. So, like, yeah, there was a video there. It's probably not still there. I don't even know whose account it would be on. And hopefully it wasn't ever one of mine, because I definitely don't remember what my Google or YouTube accounts from high school were. I lost those suckers a long time ago. Just out there in the ether, whatever videos I may or may not have put on there. I don't think there were many. I was never really much of a video maker, a videoist. Oh, shoot. I fall down. Story of everyone's life. I didn't mean to fall down. It just sort of happened, man. Ugh, this stage of having to clean things where you're just like spamming to find whatever little flex you can to, you know, get enough to finally qualify as being clean. You never quite know what little speck of paint is going to be, you know, the tipping point for it. All you know is that you're so close. You just got to find a few other little spots. And that's all. There, see? Just like that. Haha, perfect. Alright, that's definitely time for an episode at this point. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. As always, appreciate, love and appreciate. Oh, we can switch it on. I don't understand. What am I doing here? Why are we here? What does this switch do? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. Man, I must have accidentally turned on the orb of confusion. Confused myself. Anyway, thanks for joining me. That's such a lame joke. Thanks for joining me. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Bye.